Mr. Mr. Matthew to take over from me. So Matthew, I'm going to make you the host for a minute. All right. I'm going to make you the host, then you can take over from there. Are you ready, Matthew? Let me see. Okay. So, are you there, Matthew?
Yeah, I'm with you, sir.
Yeah, very good. Can you try to share your screen?
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Let me see if it's okay now.
Yeah, can you see my
very good.
screen from there?
Yes, it's coming up. Yeah, it's fine. So you have the floor.
Okay. All right. Good evening, everyone. Just like you know, my name is Matt Dari, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to host this night's class. And I'll be, just like you all know, I don't trade most of the pairs. I'll just, pick out some pairs I've been really working on for the past weeks, and we can see what we can, take out of it from this week. You can see how to, go about it from this week. So, first of all, my favorite pair, GPP JPY. I want to show you what I have on GPP JPY. So basically, before I start any of my analysis, I do check from the monthly time frame. All right, please, can you all hear me, please? I'm having issues with my service here. Please, if you can hear me, just type 555, then I can just continue. 555, if you can hear me, please. Okay, you can't hear me at all, sir?
It's loud and clear.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Now, basically sharing you my setup for the week. GBP JPY for this month is, for me, is bullish for this month because if you can check the monthly time frame, we have the last month is closed bullish. You understand? And we only have just a little bit of rejection here at the top. So I'm expecting GBP JPY to be bullish this month, for the whole of this month. So, and we can just keep buying if you don't have pullbacks. We can just keep buying if you don't have retracements and opportunities for people to jump in. Do you understand? So going back to the weekly time frame, what do we have here? This was what I did last, I think last 2 or 3 weeks. So what I did last 2 or 3 weeks. I'm presently waiting for. Let me give you the daily time frame. I'm presently waiting for a pullback at a certain spot before I can jump in to make the screen very big. You can see my analysis on JPY. So now, for the past how many weeks, since 12th of May, we have seen a consolidation at this zone. I've seen a consolidation at this zone, forming a very, a triangle till the market was broke out here. Then consolidated at this point also. So during this point, I was expecting a sell. That's why I had my price target around this zone. I was expecting a push down to the market, to this buy zone. You can see I have my points of interest to buy the market. Presently, I'm not in the market. I've not been trading JPY now for the past 3 weeks, because one can just enter the market and hold the market for a very, very long time. Now, this is my point, this is what I view from the market. So what I'm trying to see now is basically the market should just drop from here, drop down all the way to my point of interest, which is the demand zone here, the daily demand zone here. This is my point of interest. This is where I'm expecting the market to drop to, so I can take a buy and hold for a very long time. And even taking a buy from this zone actually gives me a good risk to reward and a good entry. Do you understand? It gives me a good risk to reward and a very good entry. Now, I don't know how to use the Fibonacci well, but let me see. I'll be expecting. I don't know if I'm correct though. I'm still learning though, but I'll be expecting the market to get to this 0.618, 0.618 or 786 for a buy. More comfortable with the buy at this this zone here, around here. So that is what I have on GBP, JPY for the daily. Then if you can check the, because it has been respecting my analysis for the meantime now, it has been respecting my analysis for the meantime. So that is why I am more comfortable with what I'm doing. The market has been respecting my analysis. That is why I'm more comfortable with what is going to happen. So going through, checking other pairs, and following up as time goes on. Because when the market broke out of this triangle, I wasn't expecting a bigger. I was expecting a bigger push, but not this. Oh, did I miss this? Did I miss this entry? Let's see what will happen next.
I think
then
you need to
when the
adjust your
market got
location.
to this point, to the downside, then if you can notice, the sellers are still more. Please, can you just? All right. If you can hear me now, please, can you just type 222? If you can hear me clearly now, 222, please. If you can hear me clearly, please type 222. Okay, thank you, Emmy. What about the rest of the class? If you can hear me, please just type 222, please. All right, please. Okay, I'm very, very sorry. I'm having issues because the rain actually, it's rained here and it's actually scattered the service and everything. But please just please pardon me and try to just, I'll try to go very slowly. Now, the main reason why I had this setup, the main reason why I'm expecting something like this is because on the monthly time frame, price closed bullish. Okay, price closed very bullish. So I'm expecting price to either break the resistance and go up or reject. Now, either of this way, either of those things that will happen will determine on this POI, on this my point of interest. Because yes, if market is buying, okay, let me show you. Let me show you what I'm trying to say. Now, if we check on the monthly time frame, this is what I'm trying to say. Now, if you check on the monthly time frame, now if you see this candle here, this monthly candle here, you can see the bullish candle here. It's closed bullish, then it gave us a rejection here around the zone, but the rejection got to this zone and actually went back up, shot back up. It's a very big candle that actually closed above the last candle, showing us that buyers are so much into this market. Like buyers are winning this market at this point. Buyers are really winning this market at this point. Now, the last candle that closed, last week candle that closed actually gave us this sign that, okay, the sellers are in the market, but the sellers just need to go down and take out liquidity before the buyers set in and push the market up again. So right now in this month basically I'm expecting price to go bullish, like price to go bullish and get to this next zone here around here, this next zone around here. That is what I'm expecting this month, to get in the market and chase for higher pips in the market. That is why I have my setup this way. And for the meantime, price has really been respecting my setup. Price has really been doing what I wanted to do. Last week, when this market broke out, I had this setup because I was expecting price to come down. Then when price came down, price was forming a new bullish sign. So I was expecting price to go up here, and there was a breakout of structure at this zone here. There was a breakout of structure at this zone here. Now, this breakout of structures gave me the sign that, okay, price is definitely going down. Price is definitely going down. Now, we might not have a straight movement, like we might not have a straight downward movement all to this side. But what I'm expecting price to do is probably to come here, give us another sign, come to this zone, go back up, then shoot down finally to this zone before the long buy up again. So I will be waiting for market to get to my buy zone before I can jump into the buy in the market. But if I see any rejection around this side, If I see any rejection around this resistance here, I might actually jump in the market. So if I see a good rejection around this side, it's either, so I'm looking for what? I'm looking for an entry around this zone or an entry around this zone. Basically, using Fibonacci, you should be looking for an entry around this zone, but I don't know how to use Fibonacci at the moment. I'm not perfect yet. I'm still learning. So this is what I have on GBP JPY. Please, if you have a different opinion on this, you can just, shoot me a message. Then we could, discuss about it some other time. So I would go now. So okay, let me check the 1 hour time frame. Let me check the 1 hour. This is the 4 hour time frame. Now in the 1 hour time frame, this is what we have. We have a very big sell momentum. We have a very, very big sell momentum, indicating that sellers are stepping into the market. This is showing us that sellers are really stepping into the market. Now, if you see here, now there were some rejections here giving us some signs that okay, maybe the market wanted to go up, but the candle still closed below it, showing us that sellers are really in the market. Sellers are owning this market. So that is why I'll be patiently waiting for my setup to activate before jumping into a buy in GBP JPY, which is my favorite pair. I've not been trading GBP JPY now for weeks, so I'm definitely waiting for this move. I've missed a lot of move, but I'm still confident with my setup. I'm still confident, so I'll be patient enough to wait for the setup so I can jump in the buy. So please, I'll be going to another one. So if you okay. So please, can you hear me now before I move to the other one? Please, can you hear me? Okay. I have a question for Jeep Soluk. It said, "What's made it my point of interest?" Now, please, if you can hear me, I want you to type 111 if you can hear me before I go into why I'm making that my point of interest. Please, can you type 111 if you can hear me? Okay, good. Now, good, thank you. Now, I'm making that zone my point of interest. I'm making that zone my point of interest because that is where we had our very big move. That is where we have our massive move to the upside. There's a very strong demand zone there. That is where we had our massive move. And I'm expecting price to come down there to test that zone again before going back up. Do you understand? We have a massive move. That is our demand zone. We have a massive move at that zone. So I'm expecting price to come back to test that zone one more time before the rejection. Do you understand? That is why I'm using that zone. That is why I'm expecting that zone. That is why I feel market is going to respect that zone. Now, if you check the 1 hour time frame, you will notice that in the 1 hour time frame, there is a very big move. So in the 1 hour time frame, let me show it to you guys so you can understand. Now, I think the screen, okay. Now, take a look at the 1 hour time frame. Now, what do you see? Now, if you look at the 1 hour time frame, at this zone here, you can see why I highlighted this zone. We have a very big move from this side, and we have a very big move from this side. Okay, also for the massive buy, you can see the very big move before the massive buy. So I'm expecting price now. Since price can't just keep going up there, price has to calm down, and come down to this zone to take up that liquidity. To take up that liquidity and to take up that momentum once more, and before we see a very big upside move again. Now, this zone is actually what should give us our main interest. Now, this zone, this support here. Now, if price can break the support here, then trust me, price is definitely coming to my buy, to my point of interest, and this is where I'll be waiting to get into the market. So this is where I'll be waiting to get into the market. You can see my price targets. This price has been respecting my analysis. I'm waiting for price to break below support zone and get to my zone here. Then I'll be buying this market with my stop loss just few pips. I'll be taking the short this way. I'll be taking this way with a 200 pips setup. It's a 200 pips setup, risking just 7 pips. So this is what I'm expecting this week. This is what I'm expecting this week on GBP JPY. So I have a different opinion, but this is what I'll be waiting for. Understand why I pick my point on Mr. that part as my point of interest. That's my interest. So can you hear me? Please, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Please,
it's
if you can hear
fine.
me, just type 0. Please, if you can hear me, type 0 before I move to GU. All right, all right. Thank you. I'll be moving to GU now on GBP USD. Now, I'm very sorry.
All right, I think it just disconnected a bit. So let's hold on for a minute or two till we have him back. All right, just hold on for a minute or two. Let's have him back. You can as well prepare your questions, pen it down. So when it comes on board again, we can ask our questions. And let me pause the recording for the time being.
We have almost the same thing. Now, if you check the monthly, you can see how the candle closed. Okay, let me remove this. Now we can see how the candle closed. It's closed bullish, like it's closed very, very bullish. The last month, the monthly candle, the last month closed very bullish. I'm expecting price to go straight up. Like I'm expecting a very bullish movement in the market. But we can't just keep having bullish move without having pullbacks, without having retracements. So that is why I'll be looking forward to pullbacks in the markets. Now, this week and last week closed with spinning tops. Spinning tops. It gives the sign that there's indecision in the market. We have these two candles making it seem that okay, something is going on in the market. The market has not made a decision yet whether the market is going to buy or the market is going to sell. Now, that is what the last week candle and the upper week candle gave. Now, basically to me now, I'll be expecting the market to, okay, if we check the daily time frame. Now, these two candles, the weekly candles, actually, if you check the daily, it's more like a consolidation. The daily it shows that the market is consolidating. The market is consolidating. We don't know what the market is about to do. We don't know what the market wants to do. But more to me, I would be expecting the market to drop to the downside to pick up liquidity then before heading back up. If you're using your feed, I'll be expecting the market to drop somewhere around this zone, around 0.5 or 0.618 before going back up. That's basically to me using the daily time frame. The daily time frame, basically to me, I'll be expecting the market to drop tomorrow to 0.5 or 0.618 before heading back up. Because if you look at the 4 hours, we can see that even in the 4 hours, we're having strong buying momentum, selling momentum. We're having strong selling momentum, and we can see that this support is doing a lot of work holding. Come in, let me point out the support. I think somewhere here. Now we can see that this is the only thing holding this market. I took this buy last week. Because it was following this trend line. So I took the buy last week and I had my TP here. So what I'm probably basically looking for now is market to break this support and form a new lower low. Then if market can break, this sell can come down here, break the support, form a new lower low, then we are basically seeing markets drop down to this zone here. You can see market drop down to this zone here before the big buy. You basically see market drop down to this zone here before the big buy. And likewise, we can't actually predict 100% what the markets will do. This is just a trade idea, but I'm expecting the market to either come this way, go up a bit, then drops down here before the buy, or we can just or we can just see the market just You can just see the market just basically don't probably when the market open, you can just see the market do this move, this simple move, just come here a bit, then go back up, to pick out this before dropping down here, then shooting up. It is, we can't actually predict what the market would do. Understand? But this is just a simple trade idea. But left to me, I'm expecting the market to drop down. I'm expecting the market to drop down because we can see it's consolidating at the moment. Even the daily time frame clearly shows the market is consolidating at the moment. And I'm expecting the market to break the support below and head down to pick out my OB here. We have a OB here. We have a OB here to pick out this OB before going back up. It's the full speed and everything, but we can't say. It depends on what the market. I don't trade. I only took GU trade last week because I saw this entry based on my trend line. I saw this entry based on my trend line, so I took the buy. And all thanks to the NFP, it's helped me boost. It helped me hit my targets here last week. I was able to cash out real good. So now I'm expecting the market to either drop here, break the support, form a new lower low, then drop down, or just come here, or might not get here, just come back, then head up, breaks this resistance and continue shooting up. That is what I have on GU. I'm not a professional trader on GU, so I don't really do GU much. Now, SAU USD, that is gold. Now, please, can you hear me, please? Can you hear me? Please, if you can hear me, just type 2. If you can hear me, please, 2. Before I go to gold, please, if you can hear me, 2, please. All right, thank you so much. Now, gold, I was so very fortunate with gold last week. Like, I was so happy with gold because gold actually gave me a lot of money last week. I was really happy with gold last week. So now this was my analysis for gold last week, and I won't delete it. Somebody wrote on the screen, please don't write on the screen. I'm trying to delete. If you can delete this, please just do delete it, please. Now we know gold is bullish. Gold is heading straight to 2,770. I'm very sure of that, and I'm very confident with that. Gold is heading to 20,070. Now, what we are just looking for is a good spot to buy. But I took the sell last week. I was expecting gold to drop to. I dropped the signal. I dropped the setup in the group. I was expecting gold to drop to this 1833. I was expecting gold to drop to 1833 before the buy move, but gold dropped to 1856 and rejected. Just let's say just some like 200 or 300 off, like 500 more pips to my my entry, then rejected and bought all the way back. Now this is what I have. Gold for me now is not clear. Gold might still sell. Gold might still sell because on the daily now it's more like going back to do a retest. It's more like going back to do a retest, but I'm not sure. I'm not advising you to place a sell on gold. I'm not sure I'm advising you to place a sell on gold. But what I'm seeing on the 1 hour, I'm seeing a very strong momentum that gold might not come down to this spot again. That is what I'm seeing on the 1 hour. Gold might not come to this spot again. Gold might not come to this spot again. I'm not sure about that. I don't think gold can come to this spot again. I should be now starting from tomorrow. I'll be looking for a way to buy gold. I'll be looking for an entry for gold. I don't think gold can fall below this 1854 again. I'm not sure. This is just basically my own trade idea. Okay, OB means order block. Sorry, order block. It means order block. Now, I'm not expecting gold to come below this zone again. But if gold should come to this zone, then gold is definitely going to 1830. Gold is definitely going to 1830. If gold should break below this zone, gold is definitely going to 1830. But I don't think gold should get to this zone again. I don't think gold should get to this zone again. I'm not a gold professional. The queen of pips is the gold professional. So I'll actually be waiting on her analysis on gold for me to make my decision. Well, all my analysis on gold was gold to drop to 1830, but gold dropped to 1854 and rejected. So I'm not expecting to buy gold. I'm not expecting to sell gold till I see a further confirmation of the sell. I'm not expecting to sell gold till I see a further confirmation of the sell. Now, basically, gold is heading to 20,070. Mark my words, gold is heading to 20,070. I'm serious about that. Gold is going to buy. Gold is going to buy. Gold is going to buy. So the 4 hours candle shows the gold is buying. The 4 candle we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 different candles for 4 hours shows the gold is a buy. So I'm expecting gold to either buy, break this resistance. I would want to see how gold reacts to this zone here, to this other block here. I want to see how gold reacts to this other block here. If I will be taking a sell next week, if I'll be taking a short sell next week, I'd love to see how gold will this week, sorry, I would love to see how gold will reacts to this other block here. I'd love to see how gold reacts to this other block here for myself. I'd love to see how gold reacts to this other block here. But now for me, gold is going to buy. For me, gold is going to buy. You can see how the last candle closed. So that is it for me. Now for NZD USD, I have a trade on NZD USD presently. I have a buy trade for NZD USD. You can see where I entered my stop loss was 8 pips and my target is 148 pips. This is my setup for NZD USD, and I close my markets on Friday because I don't like leaving my trades running. I don't like it. I don't like leaving a running trade. Now this is what I did, and this is how I got in this trade. My trade currently ran, I think, about 64 pips before I closed it on Friday night. So now this is what I'm expecting NZD USD to do. What I'm expecting NZD USD to do. I'm expecting it to get to this port before I know what next is going to do. That is where I'm buying my NZD USD to. I took my entry based on this formation. I took my entry based on this zone here because we have a very strong OB here. We have a very strong OB here, and it's rejected price once. It's rejected price once. Now, when price went back, price was able to break it down, but was unable to break it below. So it was unable to break it below and rejected. So I had my buy and I had my stop at this place at this point, just 8 pips stop loss, and the market has been beautiful so far. And I'm expecting the market to get all the way to this zone here before I can take any other and before I can expect any other movements in the market on or this week. If I can expect any other movement this week, I'm expecting the market to get up here to this zone. Well, if you're taking it, you can probably secure your profit. Monday market has always somehow for me. So let's say the last one is NZD card. This is my last. Sorry, please, you keep on writing on the screen, please. Can you just stop writing on the screen, please? Now, this is what I have on NZD card. Now, this is what I have on NZD card. I'm expecting a sell on NZD card based on the trend line. I'm expecting the market to drop from the spot. Now, if you are an aggressive trader, you can jump into this trade with
please hold on.
Okay, sir.
I'm going to stop you from sharing, then you reshare so that we can stop this person from writing on the screen. And please stop writing on the screen. You're distracting everybody's attention. Please. Okay, so please let me stop you from sharing, then you do it again.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to reshare now. Okay, I'm sharing now. Okay, please, can you also the screen, sir?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. So now, basically looking at NZD card, we can see prices forming various prices, like is on a downtrend. Basically, price is going down. Price going down, forming lower lows and lower highs. And now this lower high broke this lower high here, and but still went down here. So I'm expecting price to continue with the downtrend. So I'll be looking for short on the 4 hours. I had my analysis here last week, so I'm expecting my prices testing the trend line. I'm expecting a rejection and a fall to the downside. So basically, if you're an aggressive trader, you can jump into this trade. It's less than a 10 pip stop loss. or if you want to be on the safer side, you can use like a 20 pip stop loss. But I will still be waiting for more confirmation before I jump into this trade. Well, it's more like a clean, it's more like a clean sell for me. I'll be selling NZD card this week. I'll be looking for ways to sell NZD card this week. On the 1 hour too, you can see what price is doing. On the 1 hour, price is just going up and down, repeating itself. You can see price is just going up and coming down, forming lower highs and lower lows. Now I'm expecting it came down here and it's heading back up to test this trend line again. So now on the 1 hour candle, we saw a rejection, a full sell candle. Then we saw the buyers push the market up, but they were unable to break this trend line still. Then we saw this armor here. Then the market still closed with a bearish candle. So it's telling us that, okay, the market, the buyers are a little bit weak, or the buyers are probably trying to gather momentum to push the market to the upside. But what I'm saying right here is I'm saying the seller step into the market and drop this market down to this spot. So probably I'll be taking a sell in this market on Monday, but I'll see if I can get a break of this zone here. I can get a break of structure here of this two candles, a break of structure. I'll be taking myself with a little pip stop loss, then 10 pip stop, and I'll be taking it down. So it's 73 pips, take profit. That is what I'll be looking for, but I'll need to get more confirmation before I jump into this trade. So this is what I have. This is what I'll be looking for in this week market. But I'm very, very confident about GPB JPY. I'm very, very confident about GPB JPY, and I'll be waiting a lot, even if it means not taking a lot of trade. I'll be waiting a lot because I'm getting a very good risk to reward. I'm getting a very good trade. I'll be waiting for market to drop all the way down to my point of interest. I get in, then I buy straight up with my I can just it's a good trade. But if you're looking to sell this market tomorrow, you can just wait for a break of structure here, wait for the market to break below this support here, it says, then you can sell down. It's still a good sell, almost 83 pips, or 80 pips or so. It's a good trade so for you. But I'm expecting to buy this market this week. Hopefully it works out. That is what I have on GJ, and what I have on GU is I'm expecting the market to, because even if you take note of GU, the weekly time frame actually said it all. If you take your time to look at it, the weekly time frame actually said it all. The weekly time frame actually said it all. Like, this is it. Market just needs to what? Market just needs to drop a bit. Market just needs to drop before that big move. Market just needs to drop before that big move. I don't think using the fib, you can just using the fib, you can just check it out. You can just check it out. You see that market just drops down to 0.618 or 0.51 before the big buy, or better still, market drops down all the way down here. But I'm not expecting market to drop all the way down here, so I'll be looking for buys at 0.5 or 0.618 before the big move. For me, GBP US is going to sell before the buy, but I can't say what the market will do. I'm not a market maker. This is just a trade idea for me. So I took the buy last week. Now, if you can take the short, it will be a very big risk for you if you're taking the short now, because you would like to risk something like this. You would like to risk something like this if you're taking the short, and I won't advise that. So I'll just let this short go. For me, I'll let this short go and look for either a sell if the market breaks this structure, or a buy if the market still want to go back up. That is if you're trading consolidations. That is if you're trading consolidation. Look for either a break of this structure, or a rejection at this OB, and sell and buy back up. So but if the market breaks this structure, please kindly sell this market all the way down. Kindly please sell this market all the way down. I'll be looking for entries. Yeah, for me, I'll be looking for entries here. I'll be looking for entries here, because we have a very, very big, massive move here. We have a very, very big, the demand zone here is very, very big. We have a very, very big, massive move here. And now, how do you know good? The way I know the way I know good order blocks is when you see a very big, huge demand zone, either demand or supply. Market does not break it. Now, take note. This is 4 hours. This is 4 hours time frame, and my stop loss here is just 12 pips. Now, if market does not break order block, if the order block is valid, that is one thing you should know. Market does not break order block if the order block is valid. Now, the reason why I have good entries to all of this is because if I'm going to lose this trade, then definitely that order block is not valid. There are sometimes it is only gold. It is only gold that just sometimes each other blocks breaks it and rejects. But most peers, they respect other blocks. Now, what I'm saying now, if this market drops, it will only tap this, it will only tap or just going into this other block and reject. It does not break it if the other block is valid. That is why you always have to look for. That's why I always have to look for. I always look for a zone, a demand zone, or a supply zone where there is a huge, massive buy or sell. Now we can take note now. Check out this buy here. This is a 4 hour candle. We can see how the market bought from this zone. We can see how the market bought. It is a very big buy. Now this buy broke this structure here. This buy broke this structure here, went straight up. You can count how many structure it broke. This little buy broke this structure, this structure, this structure, and keeps breaking structure, going all the way, broke this structure, this structure, this structure, this structure. You can see like 5 or 6 structure before getting to this point. That shows that it's a very strong order block. Now I'm expecting markets to just come to this zone, test that zone, and just shoot up straight up. So it depends. It depends on what the market is going to do, but it is a good buy for me if you're taking that buy. So I'm expecting market to get what 0.618 or better still 0.786 this week before I can confidently take a buy on GBP USD. That is what I'm expecting. If I can confidently take a buy on GBP USD, this is a good 348 pips. This is a good 348 pips. Please, do you have any question, please? Sorry, please. Damilola, please, can you see my screen? You said you can't see my screen. Okay, all right. So that is just that. That is what I have for the week. That is. I'm super excited for this week because I definitely know I'm going to be beating the banks this week. I'm very confident of myself. I'm very confident of me beating the banks this week. So I'm super confident of myself this week. I got good setup and I got good trades. So that is what I have. That is what I'll be looking for. That is where I'll be taking my trades. Just those 4 pairs. I'll be taking my trades on just those 4 pairs this week. So I don't know if you have a different opinion. You can just kindly share your setup in the group. Then we can just go through it together and see what we have there. Thank you so much, Sir Femo Dollars, and thank you to the Queen of Pips, and thank you everyone for attending this class. It's a really big pleasure for me seeing you guys one more time. Thank you so much. God bless you. Sir, it's handed over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. All right, so if you have enjoyed Mr. Dari's lecture, please type 777 to celebrate him. Let's do that. If you have enjoyed tonight's lecture, type 777 to celebrate him. All right, so we thank you, Mr. Matthew, for the exposition, and we are proud of you. And just like you said, you're hitting the banks this week, and nothing stops you, nothing stops anyone from achieving whatever you have set your mind to achieve. All right. So even though you have all the setups, don't forget to apply the breaks where necessary. Don't be in a rush. I'm talking to everyone now. Don't be in a rush to jump into trades. Be sure of your analysis, and I always tell people, You are the best analysis, you are the best analyst for your trades. Okay, so follow what your mind says and understand the market and take your risk wisely. Know when to back out, know when to apply the brakes, know when to launch. Okay, and don't fight the market. All right, don't fight the market. Just like the police is your friend, the market is also your friend. Okay, so the trend is your friend. So don't fight against them so that we don't have kasala. All right. So if you have any question, we have about 10 minutes more. If you have any question, you can quickly ask. And if there are no questions, then we'll move on from there. So anybody with any question or you want to share your bias within 5 minutes, we can spotlight you and let you have the floor. So anybody, use your chats if you have something to share. And if there are none, well, I want to, okay, somebody just came up with a question. Damilola is saying, please, I came in late, but how do I or we get those levels that you talked about? Levels. Matthew, I don't know if you get this question. I think you talked about some other blocks, some supply zones and all of that. I guess that's what this person is referring to as levels. So can you quickly shed some light on that? Matthew, are you there? Let's check if Matthew is still online. Okay, I have to unmute you.
Okay, Damilola, okay, what I'm just trying to say is identifying other blocks are just identifying a place where that you have a big move in the market, like you have a very big or massive move in the market. Now, other blocks can take place in on 1 minute time frame, 2 minutes time frame, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, any time frame, any different time frame. There was last 2 weeks, I took like 3 different trades on 1 minute time frame using just pure order blocks. And I was chasing like up to 18 or 20 pips on each trade, scalping with big lot size. And it was successful. Now, all you have to do is just study your demand zone, study your demand zone, study your supply zone, then take out the move, just identify that move, that buy move. Is it at the buy move or the sell move? Identify where that big pump is. That is where I feel that is basically where the banks are pumping money. Identify those big pumps. Market is definitely always coming back there. Now take note. Anywhere you see that big pump, I've actually studied and I've discovered that market is always coming back. It might not be on a short time, it might be on a long run, but market is always respecting that pump. Market is always coming back to test it one more time before shooting back up. Now, if you mostly other blocks, trust me, other blocks, when you identify them, you use little stop loss. You use like less than 10 pips stop loss. You use 10, 5, 2 pips, sometimes 3 pips. I've used 2 pips. The last 2 weeks I used 2 pips. I used 3 pips stop loss on other blocks. And market only taps on the zone, taps and rejects immediately. Market taps on it and reject. If you see a valid order blocks, market taps on it and rejects immediately. Or market just go into it a bit, then rejects immediately. But other blocks are a very good strategy you can actually learn and make use of also. That is what I do now. That is what I use up to now. And sometimes I just have to wait for weeks, days to take my trade. But trust me, it is always worth it, because when market comes to my spot, I always have a good entry and I always have a good risk to reward. So we can't just talk about other blocks now. I think the time is up and every other thing. Thank you, sir. I hope you understand what I just said, Damilola.
All right. Thank you once again, Matthew. So I also believe in one thing, that every one of us here is learned enough. And okay, let me use the words of the scripture for those of us that are Christian. The Bible says that you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. Now, the truth that Dari has known is what he's sharing with us. That truth might have set him free, but it might not be able to set you free if you don't find your place or take your time to go and discover that truth yourself. So you might need to do some reading up, digging up, research about other blocks, get materials that you can read to understand them, check previous incidences in the market that you can use to explain those things so that you get to know them for yourself. You understand, and you'll be able to identify those other blocks in the market when you see them. All right. So you might need to do some digging. Then I will work together with Mr. Dare and Madam Peace for when maybe we'll have an exclusive class on other blocks for those of us that are interested in using that strategy to take our trades. Like I said, for you to get a very legit and valid order blocks, you might need to wait for weeks, sometimes for days. You understand? But that is part of the virtues of a trader. Patience is very, very key. Discipline and patience are very, very key virtues that we need to succeed in the trade. So if that's what is going to work for you, possibly your schedules are always tight, you can just work with that, and we'll organize another training where it will take us through the other blocks. And then, but before then, why not take the time to go and study so that when it's taking the class, it will be swift, it will be fast, it will be easy for everyone. All right, so with all of these, I think we have about 4 minutes left. I want to appreciate every one of us for being on this call. Mr. Matthew, thanks for sharing knowledge. And Mr. Bassi, I see you. Mr. BJ or Miss BJ, I don't know. Damlola, Daniel Dan. I think I know this name. Okay. Then we have Divine, we have Ibrahim Abiola, we have Jeremiah Joseph, we have Joshua, we have Marizi Francis, Nurat Nasiruddin, Oluwabimiga, and Papa. On behalf of Madam Peace, I want to celebrate you all for being on this call. And I wish you a very wonderful and blessed week ahead. So thank you for being on the call. By the grace of God, in the course of the week, I'll get the recording across to us on the group so that those that didn't start with us on time can check them. Please, when we do such, all right, check them, watch them, share them. That's part of that's the least we can do to celebrate Queen of Pips for her benevolence. All right, share them, watch them, and let other people get value from that. Okay, so I want to wish you the best of the new week, and I celebrate you all. I pray that this week will be one of the best and remarkable ones for us. So thank you, and God bless you. Have a good night. My name remains Femo Dollars. Thank you and good night once again.